we have to do here. Thanks to Christian. Shout out Christian, my buddy. I was wondering what these things on the floor were. You see these right here? Aha, they do click in place a little bit. So
Done.
I didn't notice that little animation. There's no tutorial to tell you how to do this, but if you stand on the plates, it opens.
Yeah. As you wish.
Bugbear and a goblin are beating on Mortimer. Please, mercy! So, kind of weird they didn't tutorialize that part, but what are you gonna do? Boom. Goblin torture device. You don't know how this works, but it looks painful. The bodies look picked clean. There are bite marks on some of the bones. Thank you for the timely assistance, friend. Who are you? I'm Mortimer, remember? One of the merchants in your caravan. The mercs dragged me away and gave me to the goblins. It's been horrible. I never imagined they'd send a rescue party after me, but I'm indeed grateful. I found a letter saying someone named Mortimer betrayed us to the mercs. No, well, okay, I confess. I don't have the energy to fight. The mercenaries offered me a fortune to tell them where we'd be and when. And for my trouble, they kidnapped me and sold me to these goblins. It was a mistake, I know that now, but they offered me a lot of coin, and I have suffered greatly. You got what you deserved. Please, just spare my life, and I will give you some of my best wares back at the camp. So I'm thinking head back to the caravan and we'll settle things there, but get out of here, you can face justice in Luskan. Head back to the caravan and we'll settle things there. Thank you, oh thank you! Torturer's table. The table is coated with blood and fresh bits of viscera.
What's in here?
21 gold and a great club. No, you search.
What?
Any hidden walls? Alright, anyway, that's how you do that. So let's get up out of here. And we found Mortimer. Who knows if he'd betray us again, but I guess we'll get to Luskan and then, you know, we're out of here. He won't have a chance to betray us. So I think it's safe to send him back to camp and he'll offer his wares. But I don't know, he should face justice for that. A lot of people died because of him.
Joe.
I forget the way to go in here. Yeah, through here, up here, right there. So we finished all the side quests that we had, which is good. As you see, you have a lot of different options for handling quests, which is pretty cool. You know, he can face justice in Luskan, which is another resolution of the quest and has its own consequences and that sort of thing. And then also, you know, we could have killed him, or we could just have him go back to camp. So there was like 3 ways to resolve that. And, you know, we had to find that letter first, or else we wouldn't even have known that he did anything wrong. So, lots of layers, which is cool. Where's Martimal? Tolan? Let's come down here and talk to Tolan. There's Martimal. I'm gonna need healing potions, although I've kind of spec'd this out for healing. Giving Larethar his stout and Goodberry for Lydia. Have you found Martimal? We're just about ready to go. We need to get moving toward Luskan. Of course. Settle things with Martimal here. Let's F5 first. Ah, there you are. I've been expecting you. I'd appreciate if you keep my indiscretion between us. Giving me up won't do either of us any good, whereas we can both profit from maintaining our secret. This had better be good. The staff is my best item, a fine handcrafted weapon that has magical properties, I assure you. All yours in exchange for that note and a promise to let this incident fade away. You know, you caused the death of many. Bellamy Lightfingers. I'm still not interested. But fine, go ahead and tell. Whatever, I'll take my chances with Tolan. I just can't do it, man. You got Bellamy Lightfingers killed, bro. He's the one who sold us out to the mercenaries. He what? That would explain how, but I can't believe he'd do that. That bastard, I should make him answer for what he's done. Now here's another choice even. Let the authorities in Luskan deal with him, or tell him he won't be doing anything like that ever again. Or do what you will, he's not my problem, which probably leads to killing him. I don't know if we have to get the authorities involved, but he won't be doing anything like that ever again. You put the fear of the gods in him, did you? Well, I suppose that'll do until we get to Luskan. I should get back to preparing the caravan. We'll talk later. He's not really apologetic. Just talking about his deal. He's out of potions of healing. Let's go see about these poisons. This devious poison causes immediate unconsciousness that lasts for 6 minutes. That's crazy. This blinds them for 120 seconds. I don't know. Should I? That's pretty cool. Make Larethar a ranged character. Additional 10 poison damage. That's wicked. There's an additional 5 poison damage. Paralyzes for 30 seconds. Like, I just don't know if we need that. Got a couple Alchemist Fires. Got a Scroll of Conjure Monster. Potions of Pill Giant Strength. Do I really need to, like... These do good things. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna take our money to Luskan and see what there is in Luskan.
If you say so.
I made a mistake, so what? You never had a bad night? You did make a mistake. Find any more mushrooms for me? I haven't found any more. That's too bad. If you do, let me know. Alright, we're gonna be reporting to Jarhild, about the bad news.
Finally, you returned. Took you long enough. Where's Bellamy? Did that blasted halfling get himself trapped behind bars again?
Jarhild, Bellamy is dead.
I mean, of course he is. Blasted halfling. I told him that Lightfinger's temper of his would get him into trouble. He and that sister of his would both fly off the handle at the first chance.
I am so sorry for your loss, my friend. But we really must get going. We have a camp set up just outside the gates of Luskan. We can rest there, plan our next move, and say final farewells to your friend.
I would like that. It's more than I'm used to getting when losing a friend in battle.
And when you are ready, we have a friend in Luskan. The man who forewarned us about the attacks. He will want to meet the survivors of the ambush.
Who is this friend in Luskan?
He is a contact we're working with on another quest. I don't wish to trouble you with such details now. Let us continue to Luskan, and we will answer your questions there.
What about the caravan?
We've cleared out the mercenaries for now, and they weren't targeting your caravan anyway.
Make your way to our camp. We'll make sure the caravan gets to Luskan safely.
It's very generous of you, Lydia.
Of course. It is the least we can do, considering how much you've lost.
I thank ye, as a little rest would do me good.
I bet a little ale would do you better.
We have plenty of both at the camp. We'll see you there.
Oh, we can put Jarhild in. Level 4 fighter. We'll keep Hamid along for now and keep this party. Mark's dying wish, deliver the statue to Rabel and Luskan. Alright, off we go.
At what?
Keep the crew together for now.
Of course.
The trip to Luskan is as solemn as it is uneventful, and the caravan reaches the gates of the city without further incident. You've heard much about the thieves, gangs, and swindlers of Luskan, and you steel yourself for lies, bribes, threats, and false smiles, in a city where guards are just thugs who deal their brutality for a wage. The only things you can count on to protect you are your friends and your ability to protect yourself. And if Lerathar's stories are true, there are worse things in Luskan than its criminals, as monsters walk beneath, in the ruins of the ancient city of Ilusk, now known dismissively as Luskan's sewers. Even the company of new friends and allies is cold comfort after the loss of your guildmates. The death of Bellamy Lightfingers weighs heavily on your mind, and while Jarhild doesn't speak of it, you know it weighs on her as well. With the help of your new companions, you make camp outside the city gates and settle down to wait out the night in fitful sleep. In the morning, you and your companions will walk among the infamous streets of the city of sails. But your mind is filled with demons, and the night refuses to pass quietly into day.
A fitful rest. You make your way to Luskan, the battered caravan rolling wearily behind you. As you reach the town gates, you settle down to rest and fall into the arms of nightmares.
Quite a trail of blood behind you. Well done.
Nettie.
All you need to know.
Home. Home. I can't go home.
You understand?
Why can't you go home?
They say demons come out of my dreams. I died for a lie, for no purpose. It just wasn't fair. Your mind, your heart, your guilt, your destiny. At the world's end, I can never go home.
Gil.
Can you help me? I seem to have lost my way.
Gil, can you tell us where we are?
I was somewhere else. Now I'm gone. For a lie, for a dream, for a demon. I think I've fulfilled my purpose now. This gate is shut. There's only one way left. Truly, you have lost. Stand for judgment, children of the Abyss. Here is laid bare the truth. You serve the Mad One, devourer of hope, dread general of the gibbering hordes.
Why was your guild targeted by the Gilded Eye?
No, it is a lie. We do not serve demons.
Then why do the Spawn of the Abyss not attack? Why do they defer to you as you pass? Why does the world burn while you sleep? The world perishes in fire or in shadow, and there you stand, at the heart of it. My order was right to keep watch on you, right to see you die. You are blind to it. I pity you if such a creature as you were worthy of it.
Right away. I can do that.
French.
Master, come.
I am not your master.
No, you serve the Master. The Mad One calls to you. Come. He calls. We answer.
At once.
Was it for glory that you ended the world? Or for some sense of duty?
Truly, you have lost much.
We never ended the world.
No, you didn't. Not yet. But the world is ended, and blood is on your hands.
Of course.
You have come here to see the birth of a new god. It was, after all, your sacrifice that made it possible.
I died for no reason. Rage and ceaseless pain, as will the world. It will come to pass.
You died trying to save our friends. You died a hero.
He died because it was supposed to happen. He was a piece on a board in a game played by gods and demons. You will see, my friend. We are siblings in purpose, if not in blood. He calls to you as he once called to me.
You have found a fitting place to rest and rejuvenate, where you can speak with your companions and reflect on the days past. Here, as nowhere else, you feel safe, as if danger cannot touch you among your friends.
Morning to you. Clearly you had another rough night, the way you were tossing and carrying on like your head was on fire.
Aye, it was rough. Got a bit of a headache this morning, I do.
I worry that these nightmares could be prophetic, as if someone's trying to communicate with you. Perhaps it is best to suffer through them until we know who and why.
Why would anyone use nightmares to talk to us?
A lot of beings communicate through dreams. Gods, spirits, wizards, even demons.
Wait. Demons? Like the spawn of the abyss, demons? That's not good.
There are a myriad of beings that could be trying to contact you. I didn't mean to imply.
What she's trying to say, I imagine, is not to worry. I'm sure our friend in Luskan knows all kinds of crap about dreams and whatnot. You'll be fine.
His name is Soranil Noonshadow. He's a wizard and a bit of an information broker. He asked us to find survivors of the attacks on your guild and bring them to him. He can help you.
How would your contact know about the attacks?
He's a diviner. He likely foresaw it with his foreseeing equipment. I've seen him do it before. He gets all smug about it when it works.
He also trades in information. Perhaps one of his contacts heard plans to attack your guild, and he wants to know why.
He's an elf. I'd go with the magic thing.
You trust this Soranil?
Aye, he hasn't steered us wrong yet.
To be honest, true trust is a luxury at the moment. I need certain information, and he's the only one who can offer it.
What sort of information is that?
It pertains to my own personal quest. I'm sure there'll be time to explain it, if our paths remain crossed for the near future.
Let's go find this contact of yours.
I'd rather get right to work than spend all morning jawing out here in the open.
Aye, all business. I like that in a woman.
Get in line, you twig.
Get a room, you two.
She started it.
Aye, and I'll be finishing it too.
I can tell this is going to be an interesting day.
The gate's not too far from here. Big wall, huge doors, can't miss it.
We might be wanting to check in with Harlan. Make sure we're square on the caravan job. I'm not holding out hope for a glowing review.
Keep heart, my new friends. I have a feeling that the help you need is just through those gates.
Click on the map boundary to open the world map. Once the map is open, look at the unique icon of your destination. Alright, so here we are at the camp, where we can talk to people. We've got flour sacks. Let's see. Guild chest, where I guess we can keep some stuff. Retraining dummy, where we can retrain our skills. More flour sacks. And before we go check on the on Tolan, let's get to know our companions a little bit. Let's start with Hamid.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to learn more about you.
Where should I begin? Well, I was born in a small village near Longside to very young parents who were farmers just because their own parents had been farmers and had all died the winter before.
Your grandparents all starved to death?
No, they all killed each other. An ancient family feud. Very tragic, really. My ma told me it started over the ownership of an enormous tomato and grew from there, as these things do. When I was born, my ma and da hoped I'd be able to help them out on the farm. But really, they'd have been better off hiring a farmhand. It's like they didn't realise I'd be born as a baby and not as a strapping lad of 13 years.
So they were disappointed.
Yes. Honestly, they can blame themselves for that one, though they pretty much blamed me. You might not know it to look at me now, but I was a scrawny child, and I was of little use on the farm. I tried very hard, but I never really took to manual labour. So my parents did what I believe any other loving parents in their situation would do. They sought around for someone willing to trade, a son for a son. And the next thing I knew, I met my Uncle Kipper. Although, remembering all that now, I'm starting to think that maybe my parents weren't as loving as I once thought. If you don't mind, I'd rather like some time to think.
What do you think about our situation?
I've spent precious little time in Luskan, which is fine with me. Anytime I'm here, I wind up getting mugged or kidnapped or blackmailed. It's not a pretty town.
Should be
All
fine.
right, you know where to find me.
What do you need?
I'd like to learn more about you.
Aye. We haven't had a chance to talk very much since you joined up, have we? Me family goes way back. Back to Mithril Hall, if you believe that. Our family scattered from there after Shimmergloom attacked. And we returned when King Battlehammer signed the treaty with the Many Arrow Orcs.
It's quite a history.
Aye. We were smiths. I know, be still your heart, but we were good. Me clan got the name Stoneforge because it says me ancestor could forge stone into a blade fit for battle. Why you'd want to do that, I never know. Me ma and da left for Mirabar just before I was born. Looking to expand the family business, they said. Too much competition from other smiths, I say.
That's just smart business.
Me da was anything but stupid. That's for sure. We made good coin there. And we made a name for ourselves in Mirabar. I worked in the forge as a wee lass, swinging a hammer right alongside me dad. Funny remembering it now. I'm not sure I hated it as much as I thought I did. Well, I need to get a bite to eat. Maybe we'll find some time to talk later.
Do you have any tactical observations to share?
We've got to get into Luskan and see this contact of theirs. If he knows anything about why we were attacked, he might know who we should be stabbing next. Don't be a stranger.
Something you need?
I'd like to learn more about you.
Ah, it's not much of a tale. I was born in Westgate, near the Sea of Fallen Stars. My family were traders. They'd moved out of East Rift and sought a home among the humans. My father made a lot of coin very quickly there, mostly doing things he shouldn't have been doing, bribing officials for shipping contracts, smuggling goods into and out of town, that sort of thing.
Sounds like someone I know.
My mother never approved of my father's business. From the day she found out what we were up to, she started making contingency plans. She wasn't going to let Pa's problems bleed over into family.
She sounds like a smart woman.
She was. I'm alive because of her. Finally, my father's sturges came home to roost. We were murdered by rivals. And my mother took my siblings and I, hopped on a caravan, and moved us all the way west to the City of Sails. And there we have it. How a fine young dwarf like me got mixed up in a place like Luskan. You know, this really takes me back. But I have some sleeping and resting that needs doing. Maybe we could wax nostalgic another time.
Any keen insights you'd like to share?
You and your friends fight like you've seen a skirmish or two. Ha ha! It'll be fun sneaking off and stealing things while you do all the work. Don't be a stranger.
And finally, Lydia.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to learn more about you.
There is not much to tell. I have dedicated myself to the search for a relic called the Moon Tear. A relic of Sehanine, lost decades ago as a result of my own childish ignorance.
What happened?
I remember I was around 15 years old, a toddling babe by elven reckoning. I had a friend, Sarah, the best companion a young girl could have. But my parents did not approve of our friendship.
Please continue. Or why didn't they approve?
My parents told me our family had a sacred duty, one that meant we could not afford such dalliances. I found out not much later that they were right. My parents scolded and punished and eventually kept me from my dear friend, the one child with whom I could play, laugh, and experience joy. One day, I was out playing, on my own, when a group of travelers approached me. They said they were hungry and in need of supplies, but I could tell that they were drow. Even then, I knew what that meant. But, consumed by my childish anger and ignorance, I decided that... Gods forgive me. I decided that a confrontation with the drow would be a fitting punishment for my mother and father, for denying me Serek's companionship.
You were just a child.
I was. But it was no excuse for what I did. In a fit of pique, I gave the drow travelers directions to our village, hoping to... I don't know what I hoped. I wanted my parents to hurt the way they made me hurt. But what happened was much worse. The drow turned out to be forward scouts for a raiding party. They invaded our village, killing and capturing my people, my family. We had been given the sacred honor of protecting a relic of Sehanine. While ransacking our home, the drow took the Moon Tear.
You were young and couldn't have known how it would unfold.
I knew of the drow. I knew what they were capable of. I thought such tragedy was the thing of stories and fables, not of real life. I search now for the Moon Tear, both to recover it for my goddess, but also in the hopes of making amends for my sins, for my wrath, my ignorance. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. If there's nothing else, I'd like to take a moment and reflect.
Do you have any thoughts on our situation?
We met under tense circumstances, but things will get easier from here on, if the gods will it. The sooner we meet with Soranil, the sooner we can both be on our way. The Lady of Dreams go with you.
So that's our party. You can respec at the retraining dummy if need be. I don't know what it costs you. Speak to the caravan leader. I guess we have to go out here. Oh, there's the adventurers camp. Then we've got Bone Strewn Barrow. Okay, we've been there. Mercenaries Cave, the High Road, Luskan. So our next bet. Let's see. Wow, they're quite dexterous. Oozes. Gelatinous cube. Gelatinous cubes scoured dungeon passages in silent, predictable patterns, leaving perfectly clean paths in their wake. They consume living tissue while leaving bones and other materials undissolved and are all but transparent unless they have recently eaten. They have great con and strength. A lot of HP. That's pretty cool. Oozes thrive in dark, shunning areas of bright light and extreme temperatures. They flow through the damp underground, feeding on any creature or object that can be dissolved, slinking along the ground, dripping from walls and ceilings, spreading across the edges of underground pools, and squeezing through cracks. The first warning an adventurer receives of an ooze's presence is often the searing pain of its acidic touch. Oozes are drawn to movement and warmth. Organic material nourishes them, and when prey is scarce, they feed on grime, fungus, and offal. Veteran explorers know that an immaculately clean passageway is likely a sign that an ooze lair is nearby. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, but yeah, we're venturing forth to Luskan, to the city gates. The gates of Luskan, once open to admit trade from other lands, now stand shut. Only those with the proper permits are able to enter the city. Outside the gates, a small tent community of refugees, travelers, and merchants now await entry into the city. Luskan's walls offer them little protection from the harsh northern weather or their growing hunger. Travel to? City gates. Alright, so who are we taking along? Who are we taking along? I think we should take Jarhild. How about that? City gates. Yeah, I think I want to take this crew because Jarhild is a better frontline fighter than Larethar. Larethar offers a better search, but I think I'm going to get a better search with Delazander next level. So yeah. Okay, Jarhild leveled up. Where am I in terms of leveling up? Still quite a bit away. Oh, I have 2 ability points remaining, so Jarhild has 2 points. She has great strength and constitution. She has second wind. Draws upon an inner wall of stamina to heal and gain 11 maximum hit points. The increased hit point pool lasts for 12 seconds. She's got Sure Strike, commits a precise strike that always lands. Paralyzing Shout, point blank area of effect 15 yards. Emits a shout with such force and fervor that it rattles the bones of all nearby enemies. Each enemy within range will make a DC 10 Constitution save or become paralyzed for 6 seconds. And of course we're going to build on these abilities. Oh, she has improved critical. Increases critical range by 1, that's good. Paralyzed for 12 seconds instead of 6. And she's got Victorious Surge. Get Action Surge, calls on an inner reservoir of adrenaline, granting 25% action speed, 6 seconds. Or Rally, sends words of encouragement to nearby allies, granting +9 to their maximum hit points for a minute. I think we're going to build her like we were building Bellamy Lightfingers at least, and get out, get another Commander Shout. So they get +2 to hit and damage and +1 to their critical range. Beautiful music. And we'll build on what he already has. Or what she already has. Her inventory, let's check her out. She's wielding a Warrior's Blade. 5% chance to cause cutting of stone when hit. Their secondary weapon is unarmed. She's using sword and shield. Let's give her the Brubanks family shield. Hahaha, pretty cool. And keep her with the Warrior's Blade. She does slashing damage. Let's replace her Dwarven Boots, which do nothing, with +1 dexterity saves. And yeah. Looks pretty good. These are quest items. So as far as abilities go, I think another second wind could be good. But I'm not crazy about it. I could get another Victorious Surge. Let's get another Victorious Surge. And requires level 5, okay. Let's get another second wind. She can heal herself pretty well on the battlefield. As for points, that'll bring her to a +4 modifier, and I don't know if I should give a point of con or strength. get her to 19 strength. No, let's get a point of con in there. There we go. Alright, and she's ready to go. Of course, I kept Hamet for his sleep skills. But lockpicking and stuff is going to have to be handled by Elisander.
Fabulous object, perhaps.
30 gold, medium boots, alchemist fire, and cloth of gold vestments. These religious robes are made of fine silk and shine like gold in the light. Though seen commonly in the lavish temples around the realm, they are very delicate and have no practical use. They're worth 25 gold. So let's do a little bit of ability-ness on you. Let's go ahead and get this passive expertise, get the +3 bonus to lockpicking, search, and disarming traps. Let's go ahead and give you search too. There we go. So I feel a little bit better about searching the mainland now.
Right away.
Anything up here? Rats.
I can do that.
Okay, we're fighting rats. Hamet leveled up, that's all he needed. Fresh corpse and a snowman. Note from the landlord. Hey, you are 2 months behind rent. If you don't pay up soon, I'll be calling the guards. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a loft by the market. Dunar Maymek. And snow gloves. 50% cold damage resistance. Vulnerable to fire. Snowman, take the coal out of his eyes. Let's go up this way and see what's up here.
At once.
Thing.
Of course.
Another chest. Failed.
That was easy.
Okay, so you have multiple tries. Raw and honey drops. Honey mixed with spices formed into a ball, plus 10 hit points. And a turquoise is a common gem that has an opaque light blue-green color. Special vendor. Peasants. Red dragon skull. Wow, there's quite a bit to do here. So, I know it's a bit early, but I'm gonna level Hamet up here. Can call this an episode. Can he do a necromancy? Nothing. He doesn't really use the witch bolt or the flame so much. Manipulator, magic weapon, sleep, +3 bonus to weapon attacks. That seems pretty good. Transmuter, invisibility. Of course, that seems pretty good. You can use the light crossbow, but not a heavy one. can actually use a hand axe, which is interesting, and a short spear, and a rapier. His ability points went up. Get 18 for his intelligence. Another point of constitution. Plus 1 cantrip damage and 10% chance to cast Hellfire when landing attack. That is what has been happening occasionally when the Hellfire happens. It's been through that staff. Which is interesting. Creates 4 glowing darts of magical force that unerringly strike a target, dealing 6 to 10 force damage each. So that's 4, 6 to 10, so that's pretty cool. Mage armor, Stinking Cloud, and Disintegrate. I'm kind of thinking of letting him use a heavy crossbow, but no. Also Acid Arrow, Conjure Animal. That seems like a good thing. Summons a face bearer that takes the form of a beast with bonuses to strength, constitution, and dexterity equal to the caster's intelligence modifier. Summoned creature will match the caster's level up to level 6. The animal will remain by the caster's side until defeated, 2 minutes have passed, or the spell is used again. I kind of want to save his points for the Necromancy tree, which is going to open up at level 5, level 5, level 5. So let's save his points then. I'm going to save here though. I know it's probably a bit early, but I've got some stuff to do, and I want to approach this town fresh when I play again, and we'll talk to everybody and see what's going on. Thank you for joining me. Much love, peace, joy, and light, and yeah, we'll see what's happening next time. So long, everybody.